Hello, this is Keyboarder Hoarder here, and I'm looking today at the Casio CP-10 this is the Casio from 1997, and this was Casio approach to a home digital pianos. Well, in the times there was more like the analog pianos, but it was similar in the design and the concept to today's digital pianos. Casio used their own synthesis named consonant vowel, and it was a digital synthesis but with analog filters, and the sound is very similar to the Roland EP-10 or Yamaha CP-10 analog electronic pianos, but this one is digital, which is helpful because it stays in tune and it's quite light. It's about 6 kilos if you compare it to the Yamaha CP-10 or Roland EP-10. They are big and heavy. We have 10 sounds here. The first one is piano 1. I have a sustain on. This is not a pedal sustain, but the on of sustain made from the jack. Well, it works as on-off, not maybe very helpful if you play classical music, but okay to demonstrate the sounds. So it doesn't feel like acoustic piano, but this is the piano that you can make from the classic synthesis technology, because the Casio synthesis is very similar to the classic subtractive synthesis. I don't know the polyphony, but there is, of course, because it's quite obvious that in the electronic piano like this, you got the touch response, meaning that you can put the keys very light or hard and get the difference in the volume. Also, there is a stereo chorus. Which adds a little dreamy vibe to it. Okay, so the next sound is piano 2, which is more bright piano, I would say. Again, not maybe very realistic, but quite nice, and it sits down well in the mix. Okay, next is elec piano, which has a stereo chorus on by the default. We have a maximum volume here, so the built-in speakers cracks a little because I give you the output from the speakers, not from the line. Obviously, it was meant to imitate Rhodes or electronic piano from Yamaha DX7, because this piano is from 1987, so the Yamaha DX7 was a few years on the market. We can put the chorus off and get more direct sound. Okay, so for me it's something between the classical elec piano like Rhodes or Wurlitzer, but more to the Yamaha DX7 piano. Okay, next one is vibraphone, also with chorus. And without. Next is harpsichord. Okay, so harpsichord, I think it sounds nice and more realistic than the other tones. And next is harpsichord 2, and it doesn't have touch response, which I assume it was more like the virginal, so the more primitive version of the harpsichord, but you can put the touch response on. Very nice tone and quite realistic for, of course, the technology. Okay, next one is pipe organ, and there is no touch response as in the church organ. There are no touch sensitive keyboard, and I have to put my little sustain plug out because it will have infinite envelope otherwise. Without chorus. Well, quite realistic, but the pipe organs and the synthesizers, it's not very hard to achieve. Otherwise, the acoustic Okay, so definitely the pipe organs are very hard for the speakers. So putting down the volume a bit or connecting the bigger speakers would be the great idea. Okay, the next one is strings. So quite analog and without the chorus. We can put the touch response, but it's changed not only the volume but also the character of the sound. It was obviously not made for touch response, and similar with chorus. Well, there's chorus with chorus off. And if we put touch response, it sounds a little bit similar to the vibraphone. And with chorus. Okay, it sounds very 80s, but because it's the 80s thing. Overall, the keyboard is nice, and you still got the MIDI in, out and through, so you can use it as the MIDI controller. And there is also a very simple metronome. Just the click with adjusting the tempo with the slider. And that's all in this instrument. Thank you for watching and see you next time.